I've covered this on some episodes, but it's been a while. Is one of my Naval Academy classmates, Chuck Smith, former Marine. His XO took his own life years after they had both gotten out of the service. Chuck did this TED Talk that's now been viewed about 3 million times. What was shocking to me, and these figures are 2 years old, over the 20-year period of the War on Terror, we talk about the fatalities that happened in combat, but I had never really understood the magnitude of the statistics of how many both veterans and active duty members had taken their lives. And his findings, which were validated by TED, were that there were over 145,000. And you start thinking about that and the enormity of it and why we're not doing anything about it. And it's just shocking to me.
Yeah, and I'll throw another statistic at you. People have probably heard the stat that on average every day 20 American veterans take their own lives. What people may not have heard is that out of those 20, on average 16 of them are at the time that they take their own life not connected to any veteran specific services of any kind. So 16 out of 20, which I'm not trying to pivot into what I do now, but it has a lot to do with why I work at Veterans Community Project, because one of the things we work really hard at doing is lowering those barriers to entry so that it's really easy to get connected to veteran specific services. The narrative around this gets simplified to a place where people will say over and over again, well, we have to make sure people understand that getting help is not an act of weakness, it's an act of strength. And that's great. And it's true. And it's important, and it's pretty much agreed upon by most veterans at this point. We keep saying it because it's really all we know how to say. And that's why I talk about what I spoke about a minute ago, which is the getting through the sense that what you didn't count. Because when that almost 11 years after I came home that I didn't get help, I met a lot of veterans or served with other people. I was still in the Guard and Reserve for a few years after that, who I thought needed help. And I would tell them as much. And I in no way judged them. And I in no way felt like they were weak or thought less of them at all. And didn't think that I would think less of myself if I needed it. I just didn't think that what I did counted. And I've come to realize in speaking about this and writing about this, that's what happens. It's not that people are like, I'm not going to go get therapy. That's for people who are weak. It's that people go, I'm not going to go get therapy because I have it on good authority from the US Army or from the Marine Corps, or from the Navy or from the Air Force or Coast Guard or wherever they served, that what I didn't count. So it's not that it would be weak, it's just it doesn't count. And that's what I think we need to work on with people.